Despite all Anzac Day services being cancelled due to COVID-19, Kiwis across the country are coming up with new ways to remember the lives of soldiers who died fighting for New Zealand. A nationwide service is being broadcast at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning here on RNZ as well as online. But as Logan Church and cameraman Dominic Thomas discovered, many are also planning their own way to pay tribute to the fallen, all from the safety of their bubble.
Standing alone at the end of his driveway in Palmerston North is Army Band reservist Tim Cook. On most Anzac days, he and his bugle are busy.
Anzac Day normally, for me, starts at Linton Camp, doing dawn service there, and I progress normally to the square in Palmerston North and do the civic service at 11, playing Last Post and Reveille again. I normally slip into a rest home and perform there quickly, and then head out to the Bridge of Remembrance in Eketahuna. So it's quite a long day. Their service is sort of 3 o'clock. So this is a very different day.
Very different, but for Tim, he's decided to keep some things the same this year. Tomorrow morning at dawn, Tim will put on his military uniform and instead of attending a service, he will march down his driveway and play.
Well, this weekend I'm very proud to still be able to play the Last Post in Reveille, albeit on my doorstep. And then it's time for thinking and remembering those who've gone before us, but also those essential workers at the moment.
His Parts the Bridgets will also read In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. All over New Zealand, people are being urged to stand at the end of their driveways or at their front door or anywhere in their bubble for a dawn service at 6 o'clock in the morning. The Last Post, Ode of Remembrance, the national anthems, and an address by Defence and Veterans Minister Ron Marks will also be broadcast on the radio and online at the same time. Down in our hut, just north of Wellington, Cub leader Steve Wank will be standing at the end of his driveway with his 2 kids, uniforms on. He's encouraged the other members of the First Waterloo Cub Pack to do the same.
So the whole group, we're encouraging our cubs to come out to the letterbox at 6 o'clock in the morning. Perhaps if Dad has a radio in his pocket with the dawn ceremony, and if they turn up and get a photo taken by their mum and dad, they'll get a badge, an Anzac badge.
His family have decorated their front fence with paper poppies. They've even cut up red New World shopping bags into poppy shapes to hang from the front gate. 10-year-old James has drawn a large poppy on paper and put us in their front window.
Oh, we did the poppies. We were remembering the soldiers that died.
For Steve, it's been important to keep his kids and the others in his group involved in Anzac Day. He ran a Zoom meeting for his cub group last night to teach them why we remember April the 25th.
It's important because, we're fighting a different type of war, obviously, and it's just a way of putting in context how important the past is, that we live in a country like we do, and that we have a lot to be thankful for.
The dawn service begins at 6 o'clock tomorrow here on RNZ National. For Checkpoint, Logan Church.